The Great Wall of China. A wall filled with happiness, death, joy, and pain. The millions of people who have traveled up these paths lay their legacy, their history, into these ancient steps. It contains over 1,000 steps, each one that will eventually bring you to the top of the world, where everything can be seen. I climbed up the Great Wall before. Each tiring step, each complaint to my parents why we were making such a hard journey. But now I know the answer: perseverance. Because each step I took, it would take me to a better world, both physically and mentally. Now let me tell you of my journey up this 1,000-step Great Wall. It all began on a sunny day. The sky was blue, the grass was green, even though I doubt the grass was that green in China. Everything was great. Quarter 1. That's how English class started. I walked in with no care in the world, waiting for our 20-minute homework assignment. What came was an essay on the first day. An essay that was used specifically for all of us to fail. Remember? That reflective essay we all spent time scratching our heads about. And there I sat, thinking. Time went by. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And boom, the 20-minute assignment I imagined turned into 3.5 hours of hair pulling. But wait, I got an idea, and excitedly I scribbled out my whole essay, only to find out that the next day, tomorrow in class, our English teacher, Mr. Brocato, set us up to fail. Oh, my wasted 3.5 hours. Thus, I started climbing. Oh, how great it felt. Slowly marching up those steps with no pressure. And the results? Terrible sentence structures that all led to my deficiency for the quarter, sentence variety. I was even bored reading my own writing. So soon I lagged behind. People were disappearing ahead of me. My brother ditched me because I was going too slow. It was then I actually started climbing those steps. 2 at a time, I went up, ignoring my muscles' pleas to quit and slow down. But there was no doubt I would stumble. And I did, no matter how much this sign warned me not to. And after all the stumbling, my first quarter grade turned out to be a B. Oh, how mad I was. But I soon realized out of all my anger, the grade did not matter. What mattered was what I was learning, and that is the whole point of school. And no, it didn't mean I wasn't going to strive for an A. Of course I did. And so, I continued to climb, speeding past everyone to catch up with my brother. And then came quarter 2. Slowly turning from a timid stairs crawler to a confident stairs leaper, I flew up those stairs. Close to 400 steps now, I took a break. And soaked in everything I've learned. But my grammar was still a mess. Present and past tenses used in the same sentence. Ew. My conclusions weren't so hot either. Then comes the analysis of the short stories. I would know the analysis behind every short story, after other people shared their thoughts about it first, of course. And so, my climb slowed down. And again, I had to push through the crowd to race to the top. My second quarter grade turned out to be an A. Then comes quarter 3. I was on my path to catch up with my brother again, climbing as fast as I could, up, up, up. My writing was getting a lot better. I could actually read my own essays without falling asleep. My tense consistency also increased. I made sure I checked my tense in every single one of my essays. And along with my achievements in writing comes our new student teacher, Dr. Tinsley. Oh, how much fun we had talking about Pokemon in his little corner. But then there's Julius Caesar, the nightmares I had. I didn't understand it. But no fear, Shakespeare came to the rescue. Just kidding. Again, the man who set us up for failure. The book was so confusing, but I struggled through it. Then comes my favorite section of English, poetry. I wrote poems about nature, ecrastic poems about pictures, and I analyzed each one thoroughly. To find the little details, that means a lot. And it all led up to my slam poem, where despite my shaking nerves, stood up in front of the whole class and slammed. At the end of quarter 3, Mr. Tinsley had to leave. It was time to say goodbye. I brought in donuts to celebrate our times together in class. And he left. I ended my 3rd quarter grade with an A-. Wow, I really do have a lot of change now. I'm almost to the top, only 100 more steps to go. And on top of those 100 steps stood our research project, our huge research project. I can't even begin to describe the amounts of changes Dylan and I made. Our topic was extraterrestrial life. I put in so much effort to prove something that is incredibly hard to prove. And in the end, I feel like we succeeded. It's all in the hands of Mr. Brocato now. It starts off strong with a lot of evidence. And it goes on and on and on to an exclaiming number of 9 pages. And I finally reached the top. I look back at my trail and the invisible footsteps I've left behind, to the terrible research papers I've written, the fail MLA works cited formats, and to the correct ones. And that was when I realized how much I've changed as a writer. How much change I made each quarter. And I did catch up to my brother, after my little feet has stepped on all 1,000 steps of the Great Wall. Not to mention there were some silly photos along the way, just like our English class. Silly. And all these essays, all 57 of them, truly show me as a writer and how much I have improved. And I will continue to climb it again and again, and rise to sophomore English. All I need is a pair of shoes to get started.